Designer's Cafe.
More people are exposed to interior design and much more aware of interior design. So I think that in the past, people's perception of interior design was decoration, and it was the cosmetic part of it, the fabrics and the furniture. And people are much more aware of what's involved as far as space planning, designing, but I don't think they really realize the hotels, the restaurants, the airports, the department stores, the wonderful specialty stores that they went in were created by interior designers. So people are now much more aware of the broad spectrum of interior design.
Well, we all work longer than we should, and so the workplace has to respond to human needs for 10 to 12, sometimes 14 hours a day. So the space has to respond to all the things you need, all the technical requirements, plus it has to deal with amenities. What is the cafe like? Where can people go to get relief? Here we have a patio that's fabulous.
Workplace, what do you want your employees to experience in this space? What's the number one thing that you want? And that's kind of has lots of layers to it, but what's really interesting is it gets them thinking about not what the design is, but what the experience is. And we're very, very focused on that.
I think it's important to make the customer feel amazing, and you want to create that sense of awe. You want a repeat performance, obviously. You want the customer to feel good. And if you have their attention for even 3 nanoseconds, and you can make them feel phenomenal, I think we've done our job.
In the hospitality work that we do, we love creating restaurants that go to capacity because the interior is great and because people want to go there. Not just because of the great food, but because of the great interior. And it makes them relax and have fun.
I started out doing corporate design. I worked for a firm where we did very beautiful work with limitless budgets, and it was beautiful furniture and so on and so on. That was interesting. I came to think it was that there had to be more, and luckily for me, I found healthcare interiors. I was put onto healthcare, a huge hospital project, and that opened my eyes to seeing what had to be done, how to make people comfortable, how to welcome them to this huge building, intimidating spaces. How could we make that a welcoming, reassuring event? Well, there's a lot you can do, and but there are a lot of strictures about it too. You have to watch out for infection control, you have to meet the building code. There's so many things, so it makes it a challenge, and it's a challenge worth taking.
For me, interior design is creating functional, inviting spaces that inspire people when they come into it.
Residential design is really sort of tailored to a place of sanctuary. It's very important nowadays, especially I think where the world has gone fast forward and crazy. I think your home is really where you come home to, that you need some kind of, I feel I made it, I'm home, I'm safe.
You want to do things, you want to push the envelope, you want to try things all the time, different things all the time. So in this case, yeah, it's a lot of fun because if you...
Well, interior design for me is not about the flashy designs or following trends or using latest materials. It's simply about creating better places for people to use, for them to live in, to work in, to play, create in, communicate in. And I think what's important is that the design doesn't try to stand alone, but that it enhances all the other elements that make up the project. So in a restaurant, for example, it enhances the food and the wine and the atmosphere, whereas in a gallery, it respectfully takes a back seat and lets the art shine. So I think generally it's about creating meaningful experiences, whether that be an emotional experience, an inspirational one, or purely just a functional one.
I would say that 9 out of 10 residential clients, for example, don't realize how much education and building technology is really involved in
It's a step-by-step process, and you don't sort of start on design. You know, there's a lot of work and needs analysis and understanding you before we show you design, because we're not going to design it in a
I
vacuum.
know that we are problem solver from morning to night. We have to solve what, you know, when you see those television shows in 5 minutes they renovate a house. It's nice, but it's very misleading, and it's almost like a little scary, right? Because you and I know the truth about it.
What I love about being an interior designer is that it's an ever-changing career, that we are always moving ahead. We are always looking forward and back. We're looking to the past and we're looking to the future. And that there are always surprises.
Very dynamic industry to be in. I can honestly say I do believe I learn something new every day. Every day.